Howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to another episode of our StoneBlock Let's Play adventure, where today we are slapping on our safety glasses to continue where we left off last time with the automation of hammering, sifting, all that good stuff. The system we have in place now is a little rough, so we're going to be sanding out those hard patches for a nice, smooth experience. Also, I've decided to try to improve this experimental setup a bit by looking at alternative methods to create gravel.
Gravel can also be made inside of the material stonework factory. We talked about that earlier. Inside of a squeezer? Don't know what that is. A mechanical squeezer. We did look at that before, didn't we? The mechanical squeezer. We might look into that one again. If we had a crusher, got a combiner. Shrek, that's not the right line. Pulverizer. Oh, I didn't know we had thermal expansion. We've had thermal expansion this whole time. Pulverizers are cool. This isn't a difficult recipe. Squeezer? We can build a squeezer. Mechanical squeezer? We could build one of these too. Flattens and crushes using energy. Look at that. It's just some energy batteries. I create a lot of those these days. Regular squeezer? Should we build one of these? Should we see how fast and effective it is? Maybe we should. Let's do it right now, because I've got a bit of extra time. And I'm a fan of experimenting. I am still waiting. So we got the squeeze, flatten, crush by jumping on it. Wait, I didn't mean to make 3 of them. Oh, no. Still. Oh, gosh. Okay, so if I put cobblestone in there and then I jumped on it. Look at this. This is very strange. But I guess effective. Does it reset itself, or do I just put something else in there? Oh dear. How do I reset it? It's stuck at 6. It's not resetting. Did it say something about resetting? Redstone pulse to reset. Okay, can I just break it though? Okay, there we go. That's a bit of an oddball. Oh no! Oh, it recognizes as 2 different items because it hasn't been reset yet, maybe? Okay, let's get a redstone torch out then. Because otherwise we're going to have some issues. So, reset? Did that do it? Are you reset now? No, it's still being recognized as a different... How? How is it being recognized? They're all the same, though. Oh, we might have messed something up by breaking it. Oh, they're all being picked up in separate slots now. Why did they stack before? This is weird. Right, but we want to automate the darn thing, so we want to make the next level squeezer, which is going to consume power. For that, we're going to need a hefty amount of redstone. Do we not have enough? Oh, no, we do. It's an investment of redstone that is... Wait, why... What is... Shrek, what is going on? Why... Am I out of range or something? Is the crafting grid... Oh, the crafting grid is just straight up down. Oh, we're using too much power. Well, that's an issue. I didn't expect that. I wasn't even keeping track of our power consumption. Quickest way to fix that's going to be to go around here and find maybe some magical upgrades. Yeah, we got a few in there. We can move over to here. And then this thing will generate more electricity more quickly. And then hopefully this will start to power back up. I see a tiny little blue line down there. Shows we have 200 RF. At least we got the grid back online. Goodness gracious, hold on. All right, so I've stuck 6 power upgrades in there. And just to be on the safe side, I'm going to get one of our coils out. One of our Spectre coils. And I'm going to slap that on here. Maybe onto the top. Why is the battery not filling up? Oh, it is. It's filling up very quickly now. Okay. We'll leave that Spectre coil on there. We'll move some of these upgrades back to here. Squeezer. Okay, we got that issue out of the way. Create these 2 redstone blocks. We need to move this process along. Well, I'll show you what I mean here in a second. But, okay, and then create 2 of these batteries. And then we'll put our squeezers in there. And... What? We have squeezers, though. Why isn't it pulling them out? Okay, good. They will work. Mechanical squeezer. We need to hook this up to power. We've got a power over here already. One of these... what are they called? Energy exporters already set up over here. So this will squeeze cobblestone. I'm trying to see if this will maybe be faster than what we're currently doing. Oh. That's very fast. That is extremely fast. But does it work with compressed? If it does, will it be slow as well? That's something we need to find out. So we can create some compressed. Put that in there. It doesn't. So we can't use compressed cobblestone, unfortunately. Still, okay, everyone. I think we've got what we need now to build this. Perhaps we might need to get one of these in our inventory, but then after that, looks like we have everything we need to build the auto heavy scythe. What am I missing? Oh, of course, we need to create the blocks. That's not a big deal. Good grief. I just had a moment where I thought that I'd messed up really big and we're never going to get the darn thing built. We're just going to be stuck forever. But that's not the case. We've got one, and we got to get this setup working. So let's go ahead and disable it. I'm going to have to completely redo the setup here now. Also, I should probably build a basement so I have better access to the undersides of these things. Quick, I can set it all up correctly. This, and then... No, good gosh, that's the wrong thing. This, and then this. Oh, there we go. One of these. And then that's not hurting anything, that connection there. So, naturally, I won't be able to rest until I've gotten a wrench out. I've deactivated it? I can't deactivate it. I just have to let it exist like that. There's nothing I can do. There's probably a different type of tool we can get. Probably this integrated dynamics wrench here is the one that we would use. It is. There we go. So we want to turn... Ooh, well, no. Ooh, do we... Oh. Okay. Okay. So I still want to create regular gravel because of my next idea for the setup. My new setup idea, things are about to get so complicated. And I feel like a lot of people watch this as a tutorial, and I've done such a poor job of explaining my motives and actions, and I'm so sorry to all of you. But we're going to put that there, and we're going to set it to insert. We're going to set this to round robin, so it evenly distributes the output, so the compressed gravel is evenly distributed between here and here. We're going to take that compressed gravel, though, because we've got such a backlog. We're going to go ahead and move it over to here. There we go. And just get it ready. So we want to get our diamond stiffened mesh. And we put that in there. And this is pretty much going to do the same thing, except the rates are now multiplied by 7, or by 9, because it's compressed. I always say 7, but it's 9, because it's 9 blocks in a compressed block. So we should get a heck of a lot of loot in there. We're going to need to set up an extract on that. This one is no longer going to do gravel, and we're going to move all of our gravel. We've got so much extra gravel lying around now. It's out of control. We're going to get some more of these mechanical squeezers, though, and we're going to have the gravel. Let me think about this for a second. Let's move this, and we're going to have the mechanical squeezer here. So it should start powering up, and then we want this one to be on brown, right? Insert from brown. Okay, so it's filling up with gravel, and it's... Okay, all it's doing, though, is creating flint. Oh, dear. So that's not going to do what we thought it might do. We were under the hope, the vain hope, that it would turn the gravel into sand or something along those lines, sort of like the sag mill would if we put gravel inside of it, but that is not what it does. So that plan is dashed. Alright, so out of the cobblestone generator, we go into the mechanical squeezer. The mechanical squeezer will then take the cobblestone, and using electricity from our logic cables... No, we want it to go over here, actually, is where we want the cobblestone to go. It's putting the cobblestone into... I don't want it to put it there. That's a problem. Why is it doing that? It needs to stop. Stop it! No! And there's no way to automate this. Hold on. Auto-eject fluid. False? Fluid? Ah! Fine then, I will build a crate. I will build a darn crate. I will put that on top. That's getting gravel now. Out of the crate and into the top of the mechanical squeezer. Is that what's going to do it for you? So we want this to be on green. always active. We want this to be on insert only. That should put cobblestone where we want it. Now that's working the way we want it to. It's producing gravel. I've got so much gravel in my inventory. From here, we want to go to 2 places. First, it's going to go to a sag mill, which we need to hook up like so. We don't need this second line running underneath them, by the way. We can do away with that. And now that I think about it, I don't even know what happens when you sag compressed gravel. Does it make dirt? Because if it makes dirt, that's useless to me. Okay, so that'll create compressed sand. Now, we are going to need another sag mill to turn it into compressed dust. Never-ending process. Okay, now we're building a second sag mill. And I know what you're saying. I know what you're thinking. You're all out there thinking, Rees, what on earth are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why don't you just create a regular hammer? What goes into a regular hammer? That is a nothing recipe. We're getting the sag mill out of here. Okay, one of the first things we're going to do here is we are going to restore the proper location of our simple sag mill. Never should have taken it out of here in the first place. I mean, I'm glad we did because we got to experiment with it and learn things, but this is where the simple sag mill belongs, not back there, and we don't need it back there. I've got a new plan, a plan that involves playing by the rules and not trying to be too clever. A plan that involves building 2 hammers. Not those. Auto hammers. Not auto compressed hammers. Just a regular auto hammer. And for that, we're going to need a couple of these. So we're not using all of our diamonds now. And we are going to build one of them. Two of them? What am I missing? Weighted pressure plates? Yeah. Auto hammer. Auto hammer. Auto scythe, and then the auto heavy scythe, and then the crafter, and then all of these things need to be hooked up to power from the cobblestone generator into the small storage crate, from the small storage crate to the mechanical squeezer, from the mechanical squeezer. We don't need flint. We got to do something with the flint now. Oh, this stupid squeezer is more trouble than it's worth. I don't think you can extract out of the top. You probably have to extract out of the bottom because it's going to be like that. Now, you know what? I ain't playing these games. We're going to create 2 more of these, and then we're going to create some weighted pressure plates, and then I'm going to make another auto hammer. Should have just built an auto hammer from the beginning. Goodbye, mechanical squeezer, you disaster and a half. So now we've got this, and this should all be set up the same. All of our cobblestone should go into here. It is slower. It is definitely slower. But the gravel should now export and round robin, which means this is no longer going to produce, I don't think, flint. So this is probably useless, but that's okay. That should have some gravel in it. That's good. Let's go ahead and fill this thing up with gravel. And we'll go down the line and we'll fill this thing up with a lot of gravel. And then we'll fill this thing up with a lot of compressed gravel, because damn it knows I've got plenty. You can speed these up by adding additional hammers, which we're going to do right now. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So this will go a little bit faster. I don't know if it's going to be as fast as our squeezer, but at least we won't have to deal with the oddities of the squeezer, which, again, the squeezer was quite odd. Oh, dirt! Dirt. You're making dirt. Of course you're making dirt. And then does dirt beget sand inside of the auto hammer? Is that what happens next? Where is the hammer? I don't even see the hammer on here. You know, folks, I'm starting to realize a lot of people watch this as a tutorial, and I've done a terrible job explaining what it is I'm doing, mostly because I didn't really know. I tried to be clever. I tried to be creative and do things outside the norm, step outside the box, be different, whatever. The point is, I made a lot of trouble for myself, but let me go ahead and explain to you what an hour and a half's work has finally gotten us, starting from the beginning. Cobblestone generator tier 2 automatically pumps into a small storage crate. From there, along the green channel, it goes to a mechanical squeezer, which will turn the cobblestone into, well, it'll create 2 different products. It'll create gravel and it'll create flint. That is then exported out of the back, because you can't export out the top of one of these things. Is that set up? Did I set that up? Why has it got a red band around it? I can't quite. There we go. It is set to activate without signal. Always active is what we want. So that's always active. You can't export out the top of one of these mechanical squeezers. It has to be out of the bottom of the side. That's exporting and going to 3 different locations. One up here, where it's going to drop the flint, thanks to a filter that says, let me have flint. The other location it's going to, well, the other 2, are going to be here and here. And both of these have filters on them that say, give me gravel. So flint will only go here. Gravel will only go here and here. From here, it goes in on the brown channel. And the flint that goes into here is turned into, we're going to check, I think flint begets sand. No, flint begets dirt. That goes out in the blue channel into here on blue, where the dirt then becomes sand. That goes out on purple, in on purple, where the sand becomes dust. That goes out of cyan and into here, where the dust then becomes things like redstone and skystone and crushed black quartz and glowstone. That's all working correctly. This is the first scythe we built. This is our auto scythe. We're sifting things away in here. We're sieving like crazy. But remember I said in the brown channel, it also goes to here, where it is automatically turned into compressed gravel. And that compressed gravel goes into here, where it is turned into diamonds and emeralds and things of that nature. This does, technically, it does 1 compressed gravel at a time, but that's 9 gravel blocks. So this does 9 blocks in the same time it takes this to do 1 block, I believe. Does this look like it's going about the same speed as this? Well, this does look like it's going faster, but this doesn't look like it's going 9 times slower. So, inside of these, we do have hammers. You'll notice nothing's running yet, and that's because I've got it turned off. This is going to be the grand test. We want to make sure, it doesn't matter if that's on round robin, it's all going to the same place. That one on the outside should be round robin, though. Forgot to check that. This one's just hanging out the back here. Round robin for sure. We want it to evenly distribute that gravel. And let's enable it. For better or worse, here we go. Always active. So that'll begin this process, which will then push down to here, push down to here. It's alive. It's alive! Now you will realize, of course, that these 2 machines are just producing product like crazy, and that product isn't going anywhere. Eventually, these output buffers are going to be stuffed full of items, and that's going to be a problem for us. But it's a problem we can deal with at a later date, because like I say, this has been an hour and a half in the making, and quite honestly, I'm starting to feel like it's a miracle it's working at all when you consider all the setbacks I've had and the issues. Darn it, like that was an issue right there. That was a setback. I had a plan to cap all this off, and that ruined it. My plan was ruined, but this mechanical squeezer is really fast. It is really stupid fast. It's faster than these with 2 diamond hammers, is it? Maybe not. Maybe it's about the same. I'm not going to stand here and count it, though. One thing we could do is build some item importers and item exporters. We could import items into the integrated tunnels and then export them over here, possibly into this small storage crate. And then the items would be automatically added to our... Ooh. Is that how that works? Or do you need to have... Oh, that might be how that works. If this works the way I think it does, though, and I don't know how it does, but in my mind, we should be able to come off of this cable here. This would be so cool if it worked. If this worked, this would be so cool. We should be able to put our item exporter here, and then hook it up to the network using logic cables, and then probably... Oh, wow. All right, lots of options here. Let's just throw in a variable card in the export all items column. And channel, do we want to set up a channel? Channel 0 is fine, sure. Round robin, irrelevant. So that's set up to export items from this cable-based network. Now we need to import items into the cable-based network. I would think we could do that. We do that, and then we just pop. And then import all items. Yeah. And then also import all items. So we should start seeing these decrease. I'm not seeing items being extracted out of here. You see what I mean? One would think items would be disappearing out of here and be appearing here. But that's not what we're seeing at all. I'm not seeing anything pop into here. I mean, trees from the bonsai plants, obviously, but that's not what we're looking for. Alright, so I'm on the wiki right now, and it shows using the blue ones. It says that they always try to pull from a target, and it says the orange ones always try to push to a target, and then it just shows the white one being hooked up like that. Oh, Shrek, there it goes. It just worked instantly. Okay, everything just got pulled over. And I guess it's treating that as the network storage device now. So if we check inside of here, wow. Did you see how fast that was? I kind of want to see that again. So let's see it instantly. It's just instantaneous. It automatically gets imported over to this here storage crate, where it's then being extremely slowly imported via this importer. Is there a way to speed this thing up? There doesn't appear to be. Types, fluid. No, we definitely want items. We can create a blacklist. If we're going to rely on this importer solely to pull all of these items in, it's going to be slow going. And it doesn't look like this importer can keep up with the speed. We could make this even more complex by having the cobblestone stored into the ME network and then having it exported using, I guess, this thing into here and the... Oh boy, that could get very complicated, couldn't it? These, I didn't realize you could go through so many variables. I kind of almost like them better than the item conduits, based on the variables and the setup and everything. It's very interesting, isn't it? But yeah, this is going to become an issue soon. I need something faster than an importer. But what is faster than an importer? Nothing. There's just your importer from refined storage. Does refined storage have anything faster than an importer? Importer, exporter, external storage, constructor, destructor, reader, writer. There's nothing in here that's faster. Also, I think we can shut down some of these bonsai pots. Are we all in agreement? I think we can. I think someone suggested a really interesting idea for these that we're going to look at in the future, but for right now, we don't need all of these going. Kind of tempted to leave the Minreal one running. It's sad because it wasn't that just 2 episodes ago we set all this up and now I'm over here shutting it all down. But someone left just a really solid suggestion, and I'm really interested in integrating that in the future. For right now, though, it looks like this backlog is slowly starting to clear out, so that's good. If we need to, we could put another importer on here and just have 2 importers on that chest. And I need to fill in the floorboards. The floorboards are a bit of a mess. I need to find this missing lamp. This missing lamp is presenting a bit of a mess. That's all things that I can do in my own time, though. So I think for right now, I am happy with this setup. It is working. We should now have a good supply of redstone. Yep, look at that. It's just steadily increasing all the time. Not coming from here. It's not being generated that quickly. I assume right now it's just reached the redstone in the list of things to export out of here. Yeah, taking out the redstone. So there you go. Until next time, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye!